So, what I'm supposed to share with us today is actually the strategies for posting regular updates and engaging with connections on LinkedIn. Then also sharing your portfolio project and learning experience. Now, in this bootcamp already, you have a lot you can share. Firstly, you have done about 3 projects. Or am I right or wrong? If there's anybody, if I have a testifier, how many projects do you think you have done in total? Because the first one was the one Mr. and what's it called? Mr. John brought. If you can count, please drop the numbers in your chat that you can remember the analysis you have done in terms of domains, project or field or focus. Okay, new messages. I guess five, I guess. More people if you have a different opinion. So how did you come across it? Type it, let us know so that we can remind others. Sales, remember Mr. Anthony gave us the hotel analytics. We did another one with fiscal year. There's another one before that one too. And then in your departments, you also have projects that you have done. So you have a lot you can show. Those are the things that should be in your portfolio, right? So quickly before I go to portfolio now, because I want to show you an example of a portfolio, uh, look at the first part that says strategies for posting regularly. Posting on LinkedIn, again, is not just because you are searching for jobs. Honestly, if you're a professional, whatever you are doing, you have your own business, you have anything, if you are a serious-minded professional, you should be on LinkedIn. Over and over again, every time, day by day, I continue to notice people that are doing great stuff, who have wealth of experience on their belt, and they are not showing it. You can't even search for them and see them. And then you wonder why are they not online? While I'm not the person that loves to show myself initially, but someone was able to make that meaningful to me. And that made a lot of senses. You need to push yourself out there. And one of the reasons will be this post. This guy said about a lot of things in my creative journey. One of them is the ability to show the awesome work I create. This is a designer, he's a visual designer. I literally overthink it so much that it kills me so deep. I've created a plan, carved out so many systems and structures, but I lack the discipline to stay consistent with it. And this is what we're going to talk about here. And the very day I was praying about everything, literally everything, but this particular verse kept on ringing in my spirit that I meditate so deeply about it that I began to learn that the fact that I'm not showing the awesomeness that God deposited in me is me not glorifying God, not glorifying God. If only the reason why you are posting, I'm now saying this, adding this to it, is that you want to showcase yourself and brag about it, then you have the wrong motive. Again, it takes a lot to get to that state where you know that, number one, you're going to bless life with what you are doing. Number two, you're going to show your skills. You understand? And because he has invested greatly in me and I need to reveal that and glorify his awesomeness in my life. I understand this could be like dragging us to one side. I'm not trying to preach, okay? I'm just trying to back it up with what I believe in. And what say when next you are in doubt, you have to think, you have to reason about this. And you remember this verse, Matthew 5:16, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works. Do you get that? That is, let them see your good works. Unless you are doing bad work, unless you are doing terrible works, it is a command. It's a guide for you to know that you need to post. Let us see your good works. People, that's the first thing. So every time you want to go online and you're like, do I not have anything to post? Any idea in your mind that you think sounds good, post it. Let us see your good work. Let us see the wisdom that is embedded in you. That's how you stand out. And because you want to help people, you have information that is vital for people to listen to. And in your journey, like I said, post one thing about what you have gained, stakeholder management, and I see it could be soft skills every now and then. Talk about something that is so important to you or that you found as wisdom. And again, that is why I'm saying to you, start sharing. Now, how do you think of posting? Anytime an idea comes to your mind, write it down. So people schedule their post on LinkedIn. And I would share one template to you that I learned from somebody. So I won't hide the name, but I will share the thing with you. You can actually schedule your post. But think in this sense. Mondays, you can think of a motivational quote, something that has ministered to you or that has really touched you. Post it on LinkedIn. People can connect with you because you have wisdom to share. Employers, business partners, and all those people can also get to know the kind of person you are based on what you are posting. So think of Monday as a day to post. For me, I post encouragement on Mondays, for example. And on Friday, it's me trying to, talk about the fact that we are wrapping up the week and thinking about what people have experienced and learned through the week, and then give themselves the opportunity to go and reminisce over it and make some adjustments and see how they can prepare towards the following Monday. Meaning that I'm giving them the opportunity to rethink what they have done and go back to their drawing board and say, okay, this week it wasn't successful, it was stressful, or I gained this, I learned this and this. Then see how you can make adjustments if necessary, and then implement the following week. And then in between, that's when you can post about what you have learned so far. Like I said, you can talk about your journey, how you faced a challenge and then you are trying to resolve it, and the fact that you learned the journey, resilience. So the first 2 days are settled, right? And weekends is just more like for me relaxation and something that has to do with maybe praise and all. While I've not structured my post that way permanently, but it's something that could help you so that you won't overthink it. Some days are for Thanksgiving. You can say it that way and be like, okay, I'll just make this day my Thanksgiving day and think of one thing that you're able to thank God for in your life or that you are thankful for. Is it your family? Is it your friends? Is it your growth so far? So when I say, those are like things you think about. So it's not only about Excel and all, but at least or boot camp, let that be part of what you are posting. And once you post one this today, now the next day, every time we have things, we are giving you content every week. Every time you come for a class, there's something you will need to post. So this is where I'm taking you to now. Every time you have 2 classes in a week, let me put it on a Saturday and on a Wednesday. If you post a motivation that you can connect it to even what you have learned in this employability section or whatever wisdom you received on a Monday, if you have other things you want to post that relates to that, post it. And on Tuesday, come and talk about this bootcamp. Don't say too much. Take screenshot of whatever you are doing or whatever it is. You can get it. You can download any what's it called? You can download an image online and add it to your post. People don't post messages without an image. People are attracted. I think I've said it here. People are attracted to images. That's why people will post their picture and be like, your picture is not related to what you are posting. But the truth is, if you did not see that, if you did not look at that picture, you won't even want to read the post. So the idea is what attracted you to the post is the picture. Like I said, every time we come to this place, you have something to post. Don't wait till the day you will need it before you make the post. Do you get it? Pay it forward. Bless people. Create that thing for yourself. Let me say again, social media, either LinkedIn or whatever, is one thing that you won't be able to separate yourself from. Not to say you can't do without it, but if it's about growth, even your ministry, whatever it is you are doing, you need it. It is now left for you to know what to do with it and how to utilize it properly. Build an image online, build a reputation. It will bring profit to you in every way. It doesn't have to be money. Do you get it? It will bring profit to you and it will help you promote what you need to promote. Whatever it is you want to promote, I don't know. Do you get it? So please, people, I keep on saying this, but I know only few people take advantage of it. Don't overthink it. It's just very simple. While you're thinking somebody is looking at your blunders, your grammar, correct it with Grammarly, use ChatGPT to make it better. Don't make the mistake. I mean, don't just copy and paste. Look at it, then paste something simple, 3, 4, 5 lines. Just post with an image or with something that will attract them. Like I've given you strategies, Monday motivation, Tuesday about your training so far. You have screenshots every now and then. Friday, reminiscing on the week and your learnings and how you want to motivate people again to go back and think about what they have learned, the challenges, refire, encourage them. Do you understand? You can make it just Monday to Friday. Why people are busy? You can plan your post. That's another thing. On a Saturday, on a Sunday like this, you can decide you want to organize the post and then keep compose, schedule the time. It will go live even when you are not there. I've done that before. And it's something is good to do. So on a Monday, on a Sunday, you can schedule all the posts for the week. Just 3 or 2 posts is okay for you if that's what you want to start with. Make sure you are making at least 1 post per week. Now, if you increase it to 2, like I said, Monday for motivations, What is motive or nothing they motivate you? Think about what has inspired you, what you learned. Even in church on a Sunday, what stood out for you? Go ahead and do it there. In whatever gathering you find yourself, where you pick up wisdom, go and post it. Relate it to professionals. It will help you to also think. I was invited to speak on a TV station over the week, but the time was short. I think somebody told me today, and then they expect me to be on a program called Market Insight or so, where I'll be talking about blockchain and data privacy and whatever. And how did I get this? Somebody asked somebody somewhere, do you have somebody who has a set of skills? We want the person to speak on this topic. And the person recommended me. And then he told me that he recommended me for this thing. And then the lady chatted me up and we started talking. I'm telling you, if they did not check my profile to see that I'm qualified for such a thing, she won't come after me. I couldn't do that. I told them I'll be busy. Initially I accepted, but I think she communicated the wrong date and they had to change it. Now she came back to say, we'll still need you, please. I want even the guy showed me I want him. That was what he said. I want this person. I'm like, I want him. Okay. I was even the statement looks so scary, like I want him. And it's all to say that okay, I need this person on our show. And then I have track records they can look at. Well, I'm not over praising myself here, but I'm still trying to improve and build that image. You don't know what you are losing, the opportunities you are missing for you not having a profile out there. Then you are struggling. To be poor is a sin. Not to have money is a sin. Only if you understand that. You said you will get that if you think about it deeply. Because there are principles and instructions that guides you to do that. So why you don't is because you don't have money. Poor in the other interpretation is passing over these opportunities repeatedly. It is wrong to do that. So, and these are things that will help you to attract opportunities. Again, I don't want to hear I'm not searching for a job. I'm not talking about you searching for jobs. I'm talking about you maximizing your potentials and hitting the top of your destiny. You understand? Your gift will take you before kings. You understand? And not mere men. Or if only you allow yourself to stand before kings. Good. So, again, I want to show you something about portfolio now. So, talking about strategies and engaging with connections. Again, it's about your profile. If you connect with people and they check your profile and it doesn't look like they want to connect with you because your messages, your page is empty, nothing is there, no activity is going on. Just by your message, without you opening your mouth, they can imagine the kind of person you are. And that's why they tell us you should be careful. Multitude of words, you commit blunder. So as you are not saying so much, they don't even get to know what again you can offer. That's the worst part. So it's not to say you shouldn't speak. You can make up your voice you can make LinkedIn your voice out there. Let them see what you carry by what you type and post. That said, yeah, so quickly, I think I'm talking about engagement. I was like, yes, connect with people, but let your profile and your post can also make people connect with you. And then you initiate conversation with them based on what attracts you to them, which is about your post as well. Somebody will be like, I just connected with you because I like your profile, your wealth of experience, your journey. I'm so impressed. I've gotten that so many times. And, you know, and then they might bring value to you unknown to you. Do you understand it? So what are you doing to also get to that level and go beyond? And like I said, many of you in this section, both young and old, I mean, old and old and OGs, you have profiles, you have experiences that are massive, but you are not doing anything about it. You're not online. Don't blame anybody for grabbing the opportunity. Those people that don't have as much as you do, then don't sit there and complain. You're not there. Do you get it? So please, it is important that we start doing that. So I will stop sharing my screen. I want to quickly show uh you what I mean by portfolio now, because like I said, we listed the projects we have done. It is important that we start having our portfolios organized and dusted. So that is one part that I think I need to bring on. Okay. Oh, somebody is messaging me. 5 already. Oh, apologies. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to search for somebody, one of my tequila, of my students, or my men's in the past. She's in Canada. Lovely portfolio, Shikila best. Yes. And okay, I just shared it with her to see it. And then so I'll share this with you. Good. So I have like 2. There's one I wish I could also share. Okay. So what I would do is drag this one up. I hope this opens and then I'll show you. Good. A moment, please. Yes. So in case you have questions now, you can then come up with your questions. You can see my screen, right? I believe so. Let me zoom this. If you can see my screen, type whatever you can see. See welcome, portfolio, type portfolio, and your stuff. In the chat box, please type portfolio. In the next 10 minutes or so, we're done in this section. And I want to believe I've added value again today. Please type. Am I the only one here? Can you hear me? Let's look at this. Good. Thank you very much. This is Chikila's page. She's in Canada. She reached out on LinkedIn and then boom, we started talking. She got a role recently and I was happy. She's one of the testimonials I use on my page. You can see if you look at this web link, you will see GitHub. So this is actually built on GitHub. So meaning if you know GitHub, you can actually build something like this. And I'll show you another one. Alex, the analyst, showed how you can use Wix to build your portfolio website. And I have one of my friends and my Oga boss who built a website too for portfolio. So Wix is also another place where you can do that. So you can actually just you can do like a drag and drop and select, just register here and then you get a guideline now to put your stuff here. This is an example of what people have built just by doing drag and drops. So, but let me go back to Shakila. Here we have, look at this. It's more like an intro showing your skill number one. It's like another CV, but not. It's just showing practically your works. Okay. It said, check my resume if you want to see a certified data analyst. I have a proven track record of using data to drive decision making and increase engagement among learners. That is what she was a teacher, right? So you can see she was able to use her skill while she was learning, apply it to the domain she has been in for years. This is what I've been saying to people. She's already working. She landed, I think, an internship or something, or a role like that. But she volunteered. She did all this. She was also very curious and inquisitive, very hardworking and all. And I'm proficient in Excel, SQL, Python. She had to learn all these things on her own, jump on some programs, mass key, and then you told us you have done all these things. Then how do you prove that you have done these things? Now look at this. This is our project. These are the projects she has done. You see this? And you wonder how she got this. You can learn it. And then look, this is the intro to the project. During my virtual internship at PwC Switzerland, I was presented with an exciting challenge from a telecom company called PayNow. It's a project, but she made up a story around it. Do you get that? I had to make her do this. So I can build a story. Your storytelling ability must be strong. Your communication skills superb, top notch. So like the lady who presented today, she can say at work or in my department, or I was working on a client's freelancing, I was working on, and I had to analyze the supply chain sales data for a supply chain department or company. And the data said, I mean, I was supplied at this and this and this. I did this and this. At the end of the day, these are the things I did and that and blah blah blah. And she gave a beautiful story. So they wanted a dashboard that could help them gain valuable insight into their customer and agent behavior by showcasing specific subtopics like topic, hour, answer top calls, month, speed, resolve calls, average satisfaction rate, and all. I know Mr. Ayo can relate to this very well, you know. And then she built something like this, and this is it. This is the dashboard. Okay, this is another one. Sorry, let me escape, please. Okay, so she just gave the overview, the read dashboard, and how you can look at the agents, the calls they have made, and everything, and blah blah blah. You get this is probably showing. Okay, this is for another project entirely. So good. Then she just gave an overview. At least this will tell you that okay, if she did this herself, if she lied about it, no problem. By the time you call her for an interview, you can tell if she did not. But how would anybody be confident in putting what they didn't do on a portfolio? 5,000 calls, average answering speed, and all sort of things. Then you can go by, some by this, back, Dan, and then you see what they have been resolving, call resolved by topic, and all sort of things. which is a lovely one, but she made a story about it, which is what it is about in the first place. It's about the insights you're able to generate and how you're able to write about. I knew data processing and cleaning were critical steps before dashboard development. Therefore, I first used DAX, which everybody can do, Excel to transform and process the client's data, ensuring that it was complete and accurate. This process was time consuming, but I knew that accurate data is critical to successful dashboard development. If you look at it, this looks like star approach here, right? Because these are things you will talk about, because they'll call you at the interview and they'll say, tell me of when you use the Excel or DAX statement to analyze or to build measures or to do something based on what you have written in your CV, and what they want you to be doing for them. They will connect it to and expect you to explain the same thing. So having this prepared already would have even given you first-hand, you understand, guide on what to talk about. You are probably practically coming to come and say the same thing you have written on your portfolio. The only thing is they saw it, they want you to come and speak about it. And if you did it, you would smash it because you did. You'll be confident about it. And then goes blah blah to say, with data cleaning in hand, I use Power BI to create the dashboard. You have already shown them your skills. You know how to use Excel to transform and process data. You can use DAX. You can use Power BI. Can you see that? Then you go on and on, kind of data cleaning, and then the result that provided the client with an in-depth analysis of long-term trends in customer and agent behavior, allowing them to make data-driven decisions that could help improve their businesses and efficiency and profitability. Overall, the project was excellent opportunity for me to develop my skill and excellent and data processing, while providing valuable insight to real-world clients. You see that? And then the next one, Prosper Loan Python project. She used Python to show she has Python. The dataset was large, containing 81 columns and 113,938 rows, but I was determined to find meaningful insights. I mean, it's just about her storytelling and all. And then this is it on GitHub, properly broken down what she did. Data wrangling is almost the same as, restructuring your data, cleaning and doing all sort of things, but she did this one in Python to show her Python skills, and she just gave us a breakdown of all those things. And here you have the Python that she used. Command load. Good. The Python node. This is Python Jupyter notebook and all the stuff she was referring to in her analysis. Again, it is a step-by-step thing. She didn't do this from the onset. Do you get it? She had to grow and grow on it back to where we were. So again, people, this is a portfolio showing what she has done in the past. So for anybody who've been saying, build a portfolio, you have projects already. All you need to do is just come and arrange them and put them in something like this. So if you don't know what a portfolio is, look at, this is a SQL. You started learning SQL now to showcase a SQL skill. COVID project, COVID-19. I'm sure a lot of people must have done this before. And then she just gave her SQL codes. She wrote all these things and she's able to show you that this is what I did. And SQL is actually very simple and straightforward. And blah, blah, blah. You have everything written there to show that she knows SQL as a language to query database. Okay, then back again to other ones. Puppet adult weight calculator. So let me not just go over the whole thing again. She built another dashboard. I think it feels like this one was okay. This one is linking us to our Power BI page. I doubt it will open. If it does, then you have to learn how to. You see, people, I know you are wondering. I think that was the first question somebody asked me, that how was she able to make her dashboard come alive? I'm sure you'll be curious again. So if you want to have answers to the question, go and chat her up. I can share a profile in the class with you. Let me share Shikila. And then just tell her that, because I shared it with someone, just tell her that I asked you to chat out. Control C, and then I'll be posting it in the chat. You can ask her that, how did she do that? In case you need to know. This is how you connect to professionals. And so back to the dashboard, you have it here, and at least you can load it so people cannot share that. And do you know it's interactive? You can see, like, I can click on this. You see, it's changing everything, focusing on this ones and all. So people, if you need help on this one, services, you can see it's changing. This is interesting, right? So you can really go and get what she's talking about there. And in terms of their payment, what do you see? What can you relate? So she must have explained all these things in what she wrote there, and you can make sense of it. And then she left the name of the company, PwC. If this seems interesting to you, and no much thing, and that's one thing that I like about the approach. Not too much. You don't need to load your page, but it's interactive enough to see everything, very bold and legible, taking into consideration the people that can't see properly or who have, size to, and she did not have color confusion, yeah. Probably this is the color of pay now. And then you can see that was, you remember what I said in the last section? These are shades of the same color, just playing with that. So she's not doing too much or using too much, or more people do. I don't understand. So take your time. Honestly, it doesn't cost you much. In a week, you will do all these things and you'll be happy you did. Those are the things that will build your confidence and will be ready for available for you for the day you will need them. The day of reckoning. The day you'll be invited to come and speak about what you know how to do. And this is another one. It's also, I think, is one of the people. So do you know these people now, they will have moved past all these stages, right, in their own life and everything, and because they're already professionals working. See, as person just hiring portfolio, like saying a textbook, just 4 projects. So to be honest, in my portfolio website before, I used to have like a lot of projects, and then I added my publications and everything. It's not necessary, okay, but it shows they are working. This is how you want. In fact, you look at your portfolio and be like, I don't try. And like I said, if you have been partaking in this bootcamp, you have about 4 or 5 projects already in your portfolio. It is how to go back and say, okay, make a story around it and go ahead and do the needful. During my virtual internship at PwC Switzerland, I had the opportunity to work on a project for a company called PayNow. They were experiencing high customer churn rates, and I wanted to know why customers were leaving. This is the meaning of churn, right? And as someone who is passionate about solving problems, I was excited to dive in and find the root cause of the issue, problem statement. And when they ask you at the interview, tell me of when you use Power BI, Power Query, or whatever to analyze data to generate insight, because she has written it in her stuff. And then you will say, yes, you start from the situation, the problem. And that's the situation here. What was the problem? They were having issues with this churn rate. Customers were leaving their products. And then what do you need to do? So my work is to find the reason. That's the task. And then what did you use? Then you start to talk about the action you took. And he said, I using Power Query to clean the data. Those were the actions. I created a Sean dashboard too with Power BI that provided comprehensive view of customer churn, service subscription, account information. I had to read some of the stories, but she's good at storytelling too. And the moment I was able to correct in her approach to it, she just moved on. Some of these things she didn't later show me. I think the only one I think I really made correction to was probably the COVID one and maybe this other one. And then we just went and on and that's it. And this was over a long section online. So, for example, I didn't know her from Madam. Like I said, she just reached out on LinkedIn and I saw she had passion for this thing. So, for example, customers on month-to-month contract were the most at risk of churning. You know, she got the insight and she was able to give a recommendation somewhere here to say providing additional support for employees in the area, they could cater to customers more efficiently, and especially for citizens, senior citizens. I also recommended providing an incentive to stay with Pay Now on a yearly contract rather than a month-to-month basis, which could attract and keep customers longer. Overall, this project allowed me to apply my skills. That means what she learned. So in our own, she added the hell, which is style method. S for situation, T for task, A for action, R for results, and the L for learning. That said, let's quickly look at Olightson. There's still one other lady. She was on the former bootcamp on Tech in Transit bootcamp. Her name is, I'm trying to remember now, I've forgotten. She has a very lovely stuff done. Look at this person's approach. He approached it differently, right? He used GitHub fully, broke it down in the busy city of Metropolis. People were using bikes more. This project is actually a very common project online, but what about the story he wrote around it that makes it different? They were using bikes more for transportation. Local bike shops were selling a lot of bikes, and they wanted to understand their customers better. I downloaded a messy data CSV file with customer info and cleaned it. I used Excel to remove duplicates, fix dates, and add missing information. The data became neat and useful. Then I made it look better by organizing it, adding tiles, broke down everything it did, made a pivot table to study the bike buyers details, sorted them by age, marital status. You can see the approach. He explained everything he did, at least in the process, what he did in the data cleaning, data transformation, transform the data to create the following new columns, average income per. Those are things you have done already. Then this is his dashboard in Excel. You understand? And this could be better, but at least he has shown that he could do all these things. Then inside, most bike buyers are middle age, male age income earners purchase bike than the female, blah blah blah. Then the project name, professional breakdown, project, what is the average salary of the professional, some of the things that, what is the favorite programming language among the data professionals. This is another one now. This is another project now. Data professionals breakdown. That's the project you did, and this is another one. So it's a way I mean, you can decide to organize it this way, but you can do it better. I'm just trying to say, start something and then improve on it. I wish I could remember that lady's name, and then I can, bring that project up. But I think with Tequila, we are good to go and we are done. Please, people, I'm tired of talking. Our time is fast spent. These projects are familiar. Yes, you're laughing, and that's the thing. This is why I've been saying this, that okay, that particular one, right? Yes, but this one might be different. At least the SQL is common, the COVID. Yes, because the editor says so. You want to do something different. You understand me? That's why you need to start thinking of how to solve problems for people in real life. Okay, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your learnings and for staying with us.